Have you ever found yourself reaching for that extra piece of chocolate despite knowing you're on a strict diet? Picture this. It's a chilly evening, you're relaxing on your couch, and there's a bowl of chocolate truffles on the coffee table. You know you've been trying to eat healthier, but the truffles are just so tempting. Before you know it, you've eaten half the bowl. Now, why would you do that? You're not a glutton, and you're fully aware that it's not the best choice for your health. Yet, so often, we act against our better judgment. This is not just about chocolates or diets, but a common human behavior that can be seen in many aspects of our lives. Enter akrasia, a philosophical term that captures this peculiar tendency. Akrasia, a Greek term, is what philosophers use to describe this paradoxical behavior. Or have you ever procrastinated on an important task, even though you knew it would only make things harder for you in the end? Procrastination. The universal experience that connects us all, from the diligent student to the seasoned CEO. Imagine this scenario. You have a project due in a week. You're fully aware of its importance and the potential consequences of not completing it on time. Yet, somehow you find yourself reorganizing your sock drawer or binge-watching a show you've seen twice already. Sound familiar? This is a classic case of akrasia in action, where we surrender to short-term desires at the cost of our long-term goals. It's like a tug-of-war between our present and future selves. Our present self wants instant gratification, like the cozy comfort of the couch. Meanwhile, our future self is screaming in the distance, begging us to consider the long-term benefits of, say, getting a head start on that project or hitting the gym. Akrasia isn't just about laziness or lack of self-discipline. It's about the conflict between our rational understanding and our actions. We know that eating healthy is good for us, yet we reach for that tempting slice of cake. We know that regular exercise is beneficial, but we choose to snooze the alarm and skip the morning run. Perhaps the most fascinating aspect of akrasia is its universality. It's not limited to a particular age group or profession. It's a human phenomenon, a shared struggle that transcends cultural and geographical boundaries. But why do we procrastinate? Is it simply a matter of weak willpower? Or is there something more complex at play? Researchers suggest that procrastination might be linked to how we perceive time. We tend to prioritize immediate rewards over future benefits, even if the latter are significantly greater. So the next time you find yourself delaying a task you know is important, remember that you're not alone. You're witnessing a philosophical conundrum that has puzzled thinkers for centuries. Procrastination, the thief of time, is one of the most familiar faces of akrasia. It's a reminder of the eternal battle between our immediate desires and our long-term aspirations. A battle we're all fighting, one day at a time. Scene script. Why do we do the things we know we shouldn't? The question has perplexed philosophers for centuries. Enter into the grand amphitheater of philosophy, where thinkers from antiquity have wrestled with this enigma called akrasia. This philosophical titan has grappled with the minds of two such figures, Socrates and Aristotle, each offering their unique perspectives. Socrates, the esteemed philosopher who strolled the streets of ancient Athens, had an interesting take. With his sharp intellect and probing questions, he challenged the very existence of akrasia. In his eyes, no one willingly chooses evil. When we act against our better judgment, it's simply because we are mistaken about what is truly good. If we truly knew the good, we'd do the good. A rather optimistic viewpoint, don't you think? His student, Aristotle, however, disagreed. Known for his logical precision and meticulous arguments, Aristotle defended the existence of akrasia. He proposed that in moments of weakness, our emotional desires can overpower our rational judgment. We're all familiar with that fleeting satisfaction of indulging in a guilty pleasure, despite knowing it's not the best choice. Aristotle would say this is akrasia at play. Such diverging viewpoints are what make philosophy a fascinating field. It's a never-ending debate, an intellectual tug-of-war. On one hand, we have Socrates, asserting that knowledge is virtue and ignorance is vice. And on the other, we have Aristotle, acknowledging our human frailties and emotional complexities. These philosophical discourses invite us to ponder our own actions. Have you ever found yourself locked in the Socratic denial or the Aristotelian confession? Do you believe in the power of knowledge to override vice? Or do you acknowledge the strength of emotions that can sometimes sweep reason aside? The enigma of akrasia, this act of going against our better judgment, continues to baffle philosophers and common folk alike. It's a constant reminder of our human complexity and the intricate interplay of emotions, reason, and willpower in our lives. Understanding Akrasia is like trying to solve a Rubik's Cube. It's complex yet intriguing. Is there a magic potion to combat Akrasia? Sadly, no. But there are ways to outsmart it. Let's imagine for a moment that we live in a world where personal philosophers are as common as personal trainers. Every morning, your philosopher shows up at your doorstep ready to keep you on the straight and narrow path of wise choices. Hold on, are you sure you want to snooze that alarm? Remember, early bird catches the worm. Or perhaps, another slice of pizza? Remember your commitment to healthy eating. Oh, if only it were that simple. But hey, we can still use some strategies to outwit Akrasia, even without a personal philosopher. Firstly, setting clear goals can be a game changer. If you don't know where you're going, how can you expect to get there? Be specific. Instead of saying, I want to read more, try, I want to read one book every month. Next, break your tasks into smaller, manageable parts. The prospect of writing a whole novel can be daunting, but penning down just one paragraph doesn't seem too bad, does it? Finally, reward yourself upon completion. You've finished that report. Great, now you can watch your favorite show. So, there you have it. No magic potions, just a bit of self-discipline, goal setting, and a dash of self-reward. So next time you reach for that extra piece of chocolate, remember you're not alone in this battle against Akrasia. As we delve deeper into the realms of thought and explore the vast landscapes of philosophy, remember that the pursuit of knowledge is a journey without a final destination. If you've enjoyed pondering these philosophical concepts with me today, and you're passionate about the endless quest for understanding, I invite you to join our community of seekers. Subscribe to at Chasing Sunsets 49, and let's embark on more intellectual voyages together. Until next time, stay curious and keep chasing those sunsets of enlightenment. Take care.